Yeah, cool. Thanks, Ashram. I remember you in Halo Wars 2.
I don't dislike Eshram as a character.
I just wish that he was set up a little better. And also, like, I don't dislike him either, but it's not like I'm going to see him ever again. Dead in the first game.
The Halo universe is filled with wonder, mystery, and fascinating discoveries around every corner. With so much to explore, four friends decided it was about time that they boot up their consoles and discuss this universe that has grabbed their attention since childhood. JumperScape Audio kindly welcomes you to join them in the library.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Library, the show where we talk about Halo lore. I'm Austin.
I'm Shane.
I'm Connor.
And welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
We're talking about Halo lore, finally. We talked a bit about it for the last couple of weeks, but for the most part, we've been just sort of addressing the recent conversations that have been happening surrounding the reveal. People have been talking like Edge of Dawn is not something that was revealed like last year, but it was. People were like, oh, it just released. It's like, no, it didn't just get revealed. It got revealed last year. But people are a little bit slow to this one, I guess. But we addressed it, and now we're just watching everybody react, and it's interesting to see how many people did not know the things that we found out about. If you are the people out there that have been commenting on our TikToks and such, saying, you know, I love playing Halo Wars 2, that wasn't what I was saying. I play Halo Wars 2 as well. It was simply me saying, if there are more people playing the least popular Halo game than there are probably reading, I'm going to guess, the most popular Halo novel, you know. It's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, JumperScape.com if you want to get plugged into all of the community stuff that we do. Discord link is up there at the top. You can also support us on Patreon using the same links that are there, and otherwise find cool stuff to get involved with. We have all of our events there as well, so yeah, keep up with stuff. Today we're talking about Halo Infinite. Now hold on. It's because we've gone so far into Halo Infinite had a horrible setup and doesn't explain a whole lot and all that. It's true in the sense of the campaign, like in the story. It doesn't really do a whole lot to explain stuff. Kind of goes full circle. Doesn't really go much of anywhere. You know where the story really is, though? It's not in a book. You actually get to listen to these.
It's in the audio logs.
How did you know that?
Because I'm on the show. Totally didn't talk about it beforehand.
I was gonna say we kind of discussed this already.
Yes. So audio logs. We haven't seen one of them since ODST. And as opposed to ODST being a central story that's being told from start to finish through a bunch of different logs, that's a fantastic story. It's a bunch of different small stories, smaller ones that are just sort of expanding upon some of the context that we would know from Halo Infinite. It adds a little bit of extra details and layers. Apparently there's also tie-ins to Rubicon Protocol to some degree. I haven't read that book, so wouldn't really know, but we'll get there one day.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah.
Shocker.
What's a book? Am I right?
The representatives of those fans I was talking about earlier.
At this point, I'm just not reading the books to prove a point.
I never read books to begin with.
Brother's like, I can't read.
I can read. I just choose not to because it's boring. I'd rather watch a video.
Where's the pictures?
You can't see explosions in books.
Yo, dog,
Out of
can I have a cherry
curiosity, Connor,
Altoid?
are you able to... Not these.
One?
These are the fancy strawberry ones. No.
One?
No.
Uno?
No. Where's the other Altoid tins so you can steal those from me?
I don't know.
Did you empty the previous
I
one?
say, don't look at me. I haven't been here.
I don't think I've had any Altoids since Shane's been gone.
You're not getting any today. I'll tell you that much. So.
What were you about? What were you about to say?
Right, Connor, are you capable of picturing a like full color apple in your head, like 3D?
I could probably do that.
Probably.
Do it, go for it.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, so
It's on a table.
So he can play movies in his head. Don't know about the book thing.
If I get one more ad on this freaking website while I'm waiting,
Dude,
I've
Halo
given
People
up.
needs money.
I've given up.
I just keep hitting skip and they come back in 20 seconds.
You're just cycling the ads for them.
So here's the deal. If you remember from our Halo Wars 2 Terminals episode, pretty much we went through all the terminals and read through them from start to finish. And what we'll be doing is the exact same thing here today, but this time trying to talk a little bit more about how it applies to the context of what happened within Halo Infinite's campaign. Connor may not be able to add a whole lot to it, but it's fine.
I'll work on it. I gotta work on it soon. Once I beat Doom, the DLCs, I'll get on it.
Oh, you're not even on Dark Ages.
No, I'm gonna play that after Eternal. Well, I'll play Infinite, then
This man
Dark
hasn't
Ages.
played Halo Infinite yet. He's on here.
Well, you guys are selling it so well.
The first playthrough is good, but just after that, it doesn't have much replayability.
And here's the thing. I've already talked about this one too. Even like the worst stuff that exists in Halo is really good in comparison to other franchises. Like Halo 5 is my least favorite campaign in the entire franchise, but I admit that it's better than some of the worst stories you can find in something like Star Wars.
I don't want to talk about Star Wars. Let's just change. Let's keep going on Halo.
You got it. So this is the deal. Folks, we're doing this on live just to sort of remind if you ever want to tune in to us live and join us in chat. People have been like, I haven't seen any of the chats because I didn't realize I was like scrolled up. So I thought people had just been typing and not sending messages this entire time. But here we are.
I can't see the chat because I'm looking at what we're about to read.
That's fair. But if you want to join the conversation and get, involved in the whole discussion that we're having.
Instead of the Altoids I gave you, brother, they were gone within like a few days of us coming back to Ohio.
Mine are still around. That's because I hid some of mine.
I know I went through a 10 of those on the way back for sure.
Let me tell you, the right setup, as a person who does road trips like almost all the time now, you have to have your favorite snack, something that doesn't go quick, but also doesn't fill you a whole lot because you don't want it to be like chips or something because it'll make you uncomfy while you're driving. I like to eat cashews.
All my snacks go fast.
Okay. So you have cashews, and then you have a tin of Altoids.
On the way back to Ohio for my vacation, I slammed some Buc-ee's, the whatever those things were from Buc-ee's. Like the
we got like 5 different bags of stuff.
Yes, that's what they're called. Yes, I killed a bag of those on the way home.
Yeah,
I didn't feel well.
Yeah, that would be.
I shared them, but it's a big bag and it lasted me a good bit.
Getting the big bag.
Yes,
every day. All right, so I'm going to start off. We're just going to kick off with in the order on Halopedia. So we're reading these straight off of Halopedia, mostly because none of us had enough time to go back into Halo Infinite and listen to all of the audio logs. So we just didn't do that. So we were now reading them here, and also for the sake of making it so we're not just talking about, that was a good terminal. I loved the plot in that one, and everyone else is like, great, I haven't heard it. What are you talking about?
They're about to get our version of these terminals.
I need to send more Buc-ee's. I mean,
I'm
not gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna definitely not say no.
That beef jerky was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm never gonna deny free food.
Also, we just got our camera set up for our live show, and I think folks are appreciating it because they can actually see our reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, are we ready to go?
I guess.
I'm excited. I actually am because I do like the story in here, and plus, like, Chief does some funny things. Anyway, we're kicking off with the plan. The description here, I suppose it's like they're doing a transcription of what the sound and dialogue is, so if it's a little bit funky, that's kind of what it's all about. So this first one is the plan from Catherine Elizabeth Halsey, dated to October 6th, 2559. If this is going to work, we have to move immediately. We're nearing a threshold, a tipping point. Ultimately, this all comes down to John. It always has. How many now, says Halsey. Lab assistant goes, 16 systems shut down so far, seemingly random locations. I'm attempting to lock her and the others out of the main. Halsey interrupts her. You will not be able to stop her. She knows more about how this all works than, well, anyone. And I guess this is the early days of trying to stop Cortana from taking over stuff. Or at least somewhere in between, because this was before Infinite at least. Then we hear John 117 approach. Dr. Halsey. John, what's the plan? The plan? Right now we are in survival mode. Again, Cortana's message has spread across the galaxy. Most sentient AI are siding with her against us. Yes, but maybe not you. Tell me, John, what was the last thing she said to you? She said, goodbye. No. Should we go like story by story or log by log for taking turns who's voicing?
We can do log by log.
Cool. Well, then the next one was the question, which is attached, of course, immediately after the plan. So who's taking it next? We'll establish. Next. Oh, he's going next.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Give me 1 second.
I'll get your kickoff ready.
Oh, no.
Catherine Elizabeth Halsey on October 7th, so the day after. Blue team must return to Reach, siblings returning home. I have many regrets, but those four, with all they have accomplished, both together and as individuals, will never be one of them. That's related to Halo Shadows of Reach, by the way. Good book.
Wouldn't know.
All right, Halsey, goodbye. That word has stayed with me. It's been nearly 4 months since Cortana's attack. Since that day, we have been constantly moving, trying to stay one step ahead of her. Any plan we make is too risky, to say the least. This one, goodbye. You guys can see the air quotes now.
Yes.
She needs to be destroyed. As I say these words out loud, as I formulate the plan, I have one question. Can John do this?
Yes.
Can I? Can we all rely on him to do what is needed to kill his friend?
Samuel.
Sound, horn, followed by footsteps. Marine, we are coming up on Reach, Dr. Halsey. Halsey, and Blue Team, Marine, ready. You coming to say goodbye? Halsey, no, tell Master Chief to report to me when he has completed his mission.
Yes.
Man, the Marine and Halsey really sound the same in this one.
We're not starting this already.
I guess we are. So, Connor, the next one is the mission. Following after the question, it looks like it just sort of kicks off immediately afterwards. Actually, no, it doesn't. It takes place a couple of days later. October 12th, 2559, Dr. Catherine Halsey. The mission is complete thanks in part to the efforts of Captain Lasky and Commander Palmer. And now we see if these efforts are worth the cost. Preparations are already underway for the weapons creation. So after the events of Shadows of Reach. Come on, Connor, you got this, buddy.
This is why I'm reading in a normal voice. So you don't spend 20 minutes laughing in between lines.
This is like the entire reason why people listen. I'm just saying.
You took your time.
Is she just like hitting puberty? Is she a 13-year-old
No,
boy?
she's a woman. She has a cold.
There was resistance. John 117.
You forgot the pause.
Footsteps. I heard. Let me look at you, John. The Spartans are my greatest achievements. Do you understand that?
Do you understand that?
Are you okay, Dr. Halsey? That would depend entirely. Holy crap!
You got this, Connor. I believe
that
in you.
would depend entirely on who you were to ask. Was the mission successful? John. Yes.
Yes.
Halsey. Good. This is not going to be easy, John. But this is the only option we have.
This rogue, his voice did crack rather hard, didn't it?
That was the hardest it's cracked in so long.
Definitely not stretching the vocal cords rather often, are you? All right, then we move on to the weapon. Catherine Elizabeth Halsey on December 11th, so a couple months later. I realize how difficult this would be for John, but he has the strength in him that very few possess. The strength to carry out his mission, no matter the opposition, and even the strength to forgive. John begins by saying, she looks just like her. If you say so, I see something else, something more innocent from a simpler time. Does she know me? No, she is a blank slate. No memories, no history. Her core is nearly complete. Once it is ready, it will be up to the two of you. The weapon will lock her down. You will retrieve Cortana and bring her back here. For execution. For deletion. We are at war, Master Chief. If you do not think you can do this, now is the time to step down. I am sure Spartan Lock is available.
Oof.
Oof.
I didn't know about that line.
Halsey cooked him for no reason.
I know he did not like that.
That won't be necessary.
That won't be necessary. I'm good.
Good. Tomorrow will test us all. But jeez, perhaps the one who almost beat you in hand-to-hand combat could take your mission. And then Locke promptly gets his ass handed to him by a brute. It's okay. He's fine. Probably.
The prisoner.
So this is following Lucas Browning. This character, I'm pretty sure, is from Rubicon Protocol. Someone who has read the book, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Lucas Browning is a character in Rubicon Protocol.
One character, one voice. Perfect for you, Shane.
Yeah, he is a medic, and I'm going to guess he's going to be one of the main protagonists of Edge of Dawn as well. So those of you who are looking forward to reading that book, you might as well. He is going to be there. Dude, book characters almost always stay as book characters. This is a rare case of someone, especially a book character getting a voice. That doesn't happen. So you are reading the transmissions from Lucas Browning, who is
No
currently
date. It's just an SOS.
Yep, just a prisoner. I'm going to assume right now he might be in the tower, Master Chief.
Welcome to my tower, Master Chief.
He's either in
It is
there
where
or
you
he's
will
in
be
the
broken.
he's in the Harbinger's care, wherever that is. So become human.
All right, UNSC transmission SOS, Lucas Browning. This is Combat Medic Lucas Browning. If you find this, you need to understand they. Oh, I like how they is in blue.
They.
What happens if you click on they? What comes up?
Probably
Banished.
Yep.
They forced me. Then it is also in blue. They forced me to help with it. Whatever it is, they brought up from whatever's below. When it opened, God, it was something different. I've never seen anything like it. You need to believe me. It's not my fault.
So I think what's happening right here, what we're setting up, is that this guy is seeing what it looks like when a Silex is opened. That's my guess. Because I think what he's seeing is the Harbinger's release. So this might be the beginning of this character's existence, basically. So Connor, continue please with what was inside.
All right. They called it they called it a Silex. Sure, I call it something that
Bros
should have
Arthur
been
Morgan.
left. Should have been left well enough alone. The elites and jackals, even the damn brutes, seemed scared of what was inside. Esherum, their leader, he just stood and watched as they held my hand against it.
You know what that reminded me of? You ever watch Kid Next Door? Like that almost sounded like Father from Kids Next Door.
I could see it a little bit.
Except he screamed every third word for no reason. I'll have to show you a very, very funny clip on TikTok later.
I remember Father from that show.
He screamed every fourth word for no reason.
So
Goated show.
now we have confirmation. This is about the Harbinger. And it's even more confirmed here in the third log. She was smiling.
They even call it the Silex part.
Lucas Browning continues, saying, "They said only a human could open it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They held my hand against the surface. It was cold. So cold it burned. I screamed for them to stop, but then it began to open. Slowly. Pieces moved.
Places move.
Places moved. Slid open, and then I saw her face. Oh, God, she was smiling. I am the Harbinger, she said. All that you know shall be undone. And do you know what she said? He said, Esherum. He said, good.
Good. Ooh, Check Lock is in this one.
Ooh, that means, are you going to whip out?
I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best.
Finally.
Check Lock is just kind of like deeper and a little bit more enthusiastic.
All right, so we're starting off with...
So he is in. You were right about the setting.
Yep.
You were right about the setting.
I don't remember anything about these logs, so this is fun for me. 4, easy to break, starts with...
What more do you want with me? Humans are so easy to break. Their flesh soft, their minds fragile. You have served Esherum well. What? What was that thing? My kind would have once called it divine. And now, an opportunity. On your feet, human. We need to know what else is in the little head of yours. Take him to my tower.
Welcome to my tower, Lucas Browning.
It is where you will be broken.
It's like he says that to every single person that walks in. Welcome to my tower, Spartan Locke. That probably happened.
That's just every person in there. He slides down the side. He gets set up like a WWE entrance.
Esherum comes to visit. He's not even there for
Welcome
anything.
to my tower,
Welcome to my
Esherum.
tower, Esherum. It is where you will be welcomed.
It is where you will be welcome. Can I get you anything, sir?
Welcome to the tower.
Tea? All right, so next up, we start with 5, barely anything left. Lucas Browning gets thrown to the ground, and he groans, like, ugh. This is what you've brought me. There's barely anything left. He's yours to do with as you see fit. Indeed he is. Were you treated unjustly in his tower, human?
Yeah, probably.
We are not so different in this. I too know intimately of injustice. To be sentenced for crimes not your own. Please, I just want to quiet. I shall talk, and you shall listen.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
When I was playing through the campaign the first time, when I thought Halo Infinite was going to expand like a whole lot, and I thought it was going to get like super huge in the campaign, I thought, oh, and then like nothing happened and we killed her.
Connor, what is that a reference to?
You put me on the spot like this, man.
He hasn't even played Halo 3, man. Like,
I have played Halo 3.
From start to finish?
Yes.
How about Halo 2?
I was gonna say that's Halo. 2.
Yeah, me and Shane played through it. I haven't played it that many times.
Well, then,
to remember it.
on your. By the way, I think only one person said the 10-year plan thing, and he got fired, so we're not going to worry about that.
Ooh, he's gone. Which one are we on now?
Well, did you want to guess where that came from?
Oh, no.
Okay, so it's at the end of.
Grave
For
Mind.
those of you who don't know, it's from the end of Halo 2. The Grave Mind goes at the very end, the epilogue, when Cortana is trapped with the Grave Mind. He's doing this whole poem, basically saying that he's going to invade her mind and find out what she knows, especially the location of Earth. And he hits her with the "I will talk and you shall listen."
Oh, now that you bring it up.
Yep. So that's the tough stuff there. That's the stuff that's like, okay, well, does the Harbinger also react to the Flood? Is it part of the Flood? Who knows? Next one is from the same story. It's the end of the story. Price paid.
Is it me?
Yes.
Whoops.
Oh, is it me? Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to diss you.
Okay, man. All right. Sound. Lucas Browning breathing rapidly. That's a dog. That's literally a dog. Sanghili. How long has the human been this way, Chuck? A matter of days. It seems their feeble minds cannot maintain the power of her words. Close space, off limits, still there. They were still there, the only ones. You should feel honored, human. The truth has apparently set you free. Price paid, sentence. God, he's cracking up. Price paid, sentence given. We never knew. So old, so far. Bring him to her chambers. She has more to tell him, if his mind can last.
So this is the wild stuff. It's like this has been that one single sentence. Price is paid, sentence given. No, we never knew. So old, so far. That has been theorized for a long time as to what in the world he's talking about. Because the concept could be that the sentence could be related to the ancient humans. It could be related to the Endless interacting with them. It's a lot of different stuff. I would definitely look into some of the stuff that has been talked about with Installation 00 and his Hidden Experience content regarding this statement. Just look up any of their more recent precursor stuff and probably more recent Endless stuff. They probably have brought it up. Although also recently Installation 00 said that he cracked the lore behind like everything relating to slip space and space time and the precursors and all of that, like a connective tissue thing. And he's crazy, so I'm sure that he's got something nuts. But all right, now we have probably the longest one out of all of them. I'm wrong. Let's scroll a little further down.
It's half.
What about 424100224? That all the numbers and letters one.
What?
There's one more after price paid.
Oh, so there is. Oh, you're right. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do this real quick. Who knows what this one is? Lucas Browning is gone and goes 42410022214. Do you see why it must be done? These primitives, these banished. We both have watched our worlds crumble under the instruments of Forerunner arrogance. Your kind were once their rivals, a long time ago. You were spared, forgiven. A luxury not afforded to us, to those they could not control. Humanity was the culmination of their final plan, but plans change. We are returning. Note that there's still nothing in these terminals that, or audio logs that are telling me that the Endless are bad. Still waiting for that one, but.
Ooh, this is a long one.
All right, so. Next up, Outpost Intel. Kicks off with Connor, because I think we skipped you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I just wanted to get it out of the way and done. So, Outpost Intel, miscommunications, starting on UNSC comms. You want me to read the opener, and then you can do the log?
Yeah,
Cool.
That works.
The Banished are moving fast, dropping infrastructure material and deploying support forces to build massive installations virtually overnight. Unless we step up the frequency of our recon sweeps, this won't be the last scout to go missing. So we're now on the operation that the UNSC was conducting before the Master Chief woke up, fighting for the ring.
Marine. Anyone on this frequency in any UNSC personnel in range. I was sent here to recon this outpost. Intel inaccurately claimed it abandoned. Upon arrival, I took shelter nearby in a nearby lifeboat, and now I'm Yorulhane officer. Our production efforts move a pace.
A pace.
Yeah. But the other war chief has. Do you smell that, brother?
You smell that, brother?
Okay,
Marine.
It's a brute,
Can
not,
you smell?
I'm
it's
having.
a brute, not Hulk Hogan. Can you smell that, brother?
Hey, it says brother right there. Marine. Anyone, please send help. I'm not going to try to make the snarling noise. That's human flesh. That's fear.
Slaps down his cards. I knew
Throws
it.
the card.
All right. We'll send it back to you. So now we're going in this direction. Analysis of the enemy force allocation, banished personnel, and materials. So this is like a message being sent. This is the entry called no entry, actually.
All right. First Lieutenant Floyd, Spartan. My team and I were doubling back along the northern ridgeline when we came across another banished outpost.
Do you mind? He's reading.
Sending you coordinates now. Its purpose appears to be weapon production or maintenance, but it's hard to say for certain. What is certain is that it's heavily patrolled. Only way we could do any damage here is with a full squad of Spartans, and, well, that's not a luxury we have anymore.
That's not true. Master Chief did it by himself. Your Spartans are just weak, I guess. Then we move on with nowhere to hide. Another little recon thing. Recover this not far from the array. Sabotage op appears to have failed, but damage opened up some vulnerabilities. Piggybacking off their comms array might actually be possible. Sending polyband burst transmission at cycling intervals. Hopefully Fixer is able to key in on enough of the cipher to relay our local data. Fixer is interesting. Fixer is like, I'm pretty sure, Fixer's like pretty old lore, if I remember correctly. Yeah, pretty old. Fixer is a Oni Section 3 person, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think we might have gotten exactly who Fixer might be in Empty Throne. I'm pretty sure we did, right? Or is that not a thing that happened? Because I know we got a couple people that got their code names revealed. I just can't remember if Fixer was one of them. But still, pretty old lore. Pretty cool stuff to see this person mentioned here. I've got eyes on the comms outpost. Definitely the source of the scanner sweeps, and it's well defended. We're not equipped for this. As long as that station is operable, there's nowhere to hide on this island. Wait, we still got that last satchel of C-12, right? We do. But you can't take out an outpost with one explosive. One charge is more than enough. Plant it squarely beneath the comms tower, and that will bury them under tons of rubble. Ingenious. I feel lucky you're on our side.
Were you laughing at C-12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so far in the future, like they're done with C4, C5, so on and so forth. They're up to C12 now.
Yeah, it's some pretty powerful stuff. It's
Put
potent.
Put C-12 in Halo games.
Please, that'd be awesome. Like throwing satchel charges.
It's at least 3 times more powerful as C4.
Oh yeah. So next up we have They're Listening. Shane.
Zeta Overwatch report. Banished communications outpost. First Lieutenant Floyd. According to the cartographic data we've scraped together, the banished outpost, Horn of Abolition, that goes so hard.
Yeah, right.
Man, these guys have a flair for the dramatic. Seems uniquely positioned as the center of their activity on this side of the ring. Judging by the sensor array they've built up there, it's no wonder they've been a step ahead of every move we tried to make since the Reverie fell. This is how they're rounding us up. They're setting up infrastructure, the array, the comm towers. Eshrum's got eyes everywhere.
Yep, they're building something.
I'm only mad because there's only one character from they even try to voice.
Slip says search party for C5 through 11.
Next up is the Ally, another UNSC comm. The last thing we expected to find here was a new species, especially one allied with the Banished. The Covenant had client thralls on the fringe, but this is something different. What are you seeing up there? The outpost. This outpost, it's a production facility of some sort. Looks like it's primarily for materiel and old armored convoy coming from the north.
Move! Clear the path! Make way for the war chief!
Escharum. And some kind of entourage. Back from the dig site. Hang on. Third from the back. Is that a banished species you recognize? Oh, a woman, I guess. Sorry. Negative, ma'am. That's a new one. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the gas gira or the skimmers.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with myself that I remembered their species name, considering how.
I didn't know what they were either.
Oh, I'm sorry, Connor. You're going to have to take first, Lieutenant Floyd.
That's only one voice.
So back onto the banished dig site on Zeta.
All right. The data I'm sending it is the best I can get from this distance. But a hole this size can probably be seen from space. The banished are after something. And that something must be underground. Because they're spending a ton of resources on these excavations. But something's bugging me. Back on Infinity, the Oni reports mentioned that Zeta was different from the other rings. But it wasn't clear how. Whatever it is, it has to be what the banished are after. Something that makes it special, powerful, dangerous.
Indeed. And then we move on to escape plan. More evidence of hostage activity. I've tried pinging for IFF tags periodically while moving from one hiding spot to the next, but so far, I'm not finding anything that gives me such hope. Not sure there's much of it left to be found. Then we begin with a Marine, panting. There's no way.
I'm like, come on, get on with it.
There's no way that actually worked. How did nobody see me? What if they did? Of course they did. Of course they did. I need to go. To escape, wait for nightfall. Nightfall's better. No, it's not. Forward to dawn is way better. I can't leave them. But I can't save them either. Getting out was tough enough, but how in the world would I... okay. Step 1, these shackles. Okay, time to reevaluate step 1. Then we're on last-ditch effort. Analysis of the POW encampment. I'm assuming this related to escape plan just then. So, Shane, please, First Lieutenant Lloyd is back.
Okay. Banished incarceration pipeline. First Lieutenant Floyd. Giuseppe, if you're still out there, I could use some help. We stumbled upon a banished prisoner processing outpost some distance south of the Reverie. If a transport traffic is any indication, they got more than a few of our people inside. The crew I've got, well, we've run rescue ops, but not like this one. I need your help to get them out alive. I need the hell jumpers, not hell divers. I need the hell jumpers. We're running real low on both personnel and second chances. If you're still alive and can respond, I'd be in your debt again. I know. Just throw it on my tab.
Ha, that's funny. Okay, Connor, next is to Andro Valeros. Another message meant for home. This is a transmission. But we don't even know what direction that is anymore. Astronavigation is still trying to recalibrate, but one thing is certain, we're no longer in the FSU system. During the destruction event, something or someone moved Zeta Halo. So that's another thing that people know often talk about is in that destruction of Zeta Halo, the Halo also moved somewhere, somehow.
I mean, anything's possible in this universe.
Still wondering how Spirit of Fire ended up over the Ark. Never explained that one.
So, this is it. I haven't seen a friendly face for weeks, maybe months. There may be submarines in this compound. If I can't get our people out, well, I loaded all the remaining C-12 into this warthog. Get this message to my son, Andrew Valeros. He lives on New Carthage. Andy, I know I told you I would come home, but I can't keep that promise. And that hurts more than you'll ever know. No matter what, no, I love you.
And then you start the car.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. One more.
Oh, yeah. Find my son. Tell him I died saving others. Tell him to never lose hope.
He's saying that while placing C-12 on his hood. Just tell him I never lose hope.
So he's taking a page out of Battlefield, just loading his Jeep up with C4 on the front end of it.
Gotta load up with Jeep stuff.
Anyway, making ends meet. A reappropriation of UNSC assets message from a salvage site. First Lieutenant Floyd is back. 4 days ago, I linked up with some Marines who had observed the banished collecting and salvaging UNSC hardware at a nearby outpost. First, I've heard them doing that. But if the banished really are as stranded on this ring as we are, then they might be running low on raw materials and recycling UNSC scraps to make ends meet. Obviously, they're not going to build a fully operational Wraith from a Warthog chassis, but our equipment could still be plenty useful if they get creative. Let's see that they don't. They get really creative.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, the banished, the reason why their vehicles look like that is because they basically just take other people's stuff and then just reinforce it and make it their own. That's why it's all like heavily armored and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
A hastily assembled plan. Shane.
All right. Do you want me to read the description or just read
I got you. Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
I was going to say, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Another retransmission about a recovery cache. Hijacking a siege hauler, huh? Spartans Jade and Rosado seem to have had a handle on things, but I've been unable to establish comms with Jaeger. Their most recent ping was definitely from this location, but beyond that, their trail goes cold.
Spartan Jade. I completed a perimeter circuit around that cliffside outpost. We confirmed the presence of Forerunner tech, those same ring-shaped artifacts we've seen elsewhere. The Banished are studying them, harvesting samples, sending them to God knows where. Spartan Rosado and I were curious where they were going, so we kinda sorta hijacked the Banished transport they've been loading up. Autopilot's taking us away from the ridge to an unknown destination. As soon as we know where these samples are headed, what Escharum wants with them, we'll let you know.
It's so weird, like, hearing a Spartan go kinda sorta.
Kinda sorta.
Like, lock in,
Hey,
dude.
we kinda sorta discovered something horrifying.
I might have killed a whole battalion.
Kinda sorta maybe killed a whole battalion.
They too go after samples. Connection.
Anyway, we're on to Hitching a Ride. This one is from the Eyes on the on the Summit site with banished activity around artifacts. Connor, you have like 2 different characters to voice here.
I don't know who's like male or female here.
Just figure it out, play it, just do whatever.
For Jade, I thought was maybe a female, but I just did my voice, obviously.
You just gotta. We're making our own interpretation right now.
They're all dudes.
Make it easy on your vocal cords. I get it because we had that crack earlier.
That was
Your Halsey
that
voice,
was bad.
Your Halsey voice was pretty funny if you want to make Jade a woman.
Okay. Spartan Jade Rosado, you hear me? I can't get a clear view of what they're loading into the Phantoms. I can't get a confirmation on the signal spikes that we're detecting. You're right. It's Forerunner.
Duh.
That explains the high security. Good work, Jade. I'm suddenly less interested in what the Banished are transporting and more interested in the destination. Time to hitch a ride.
It's Arthur Morgan.
Time to hitch a ride.
Stowing away on the Phantom, that would be simpler than breaking through all that security. I don't like this, but it only seems like the only viable option. Rosado, that's a truly awful plan. Oh, don't worry. As soon as we're clear of banished airspace, I'm commandeering the Phantom and coming to pick you up.
Hell yeah. Then we have First Lieutenant Floyd back, this time sending a checkpoint recon on the East Fragment. Hey, Svaro, since you and your team are running more serious guerrilla ops on those banished convoys, Spartan Griffin suggested I pass this intel along. We're seeing a significant increase in traffic at the banished outpost near the trench. By the way, significant means huge. We think it has to do with the ring's spine. Maybe it's research. Maybe Escherum's going to try to patch this thing up. It's not yet clear. But at any rate, if you and your team wanted to hit the banished where it truly hurts, the convoys are bunching up on the other side of the trench, moving slow. Easy targets for an ace like Coven. We're talking about Spartans, and Spartan Coven is a badass. We'll find out about that later. Last transmission for Shane starts off with a recovery cache, a rapid translocation event of this size that had to have put a massive strain on the ring's structure. We've always assumed the rings could move in some capacity, but this is beyond what we had prepared for, so another address of the rings moving places.
Security in this part of the ring has increased by several orders of magnitude. Prolonged focus on that channel structure. Hold. Burst of gunfire and shells fall on the ground. It's a structure the Marines have been calling the spine. The ring's working overtime to patch it together has been since the explosion all those months ago. Damn it. Hold. A burst of gunfire and a Jerohana groans in the distance. Battle rifle 3-round burst. The Banished want this ring, and they want it intact and fully operational. We have no choice but to... Oh, come on, hold. Bro's getting annoyed with the interference.
He just wants to kill things and just do his job. Now we're on to the Infinity's approach. So we're on to the first portion of this. This would be the approach of the Infinity towards the ring. So this is when that battle began.
All right, Connor, let's hear your best Thomas Lasky.
We've said it before. I've said it before that the Infinity died in one hit. It didn't actually. It was a very long battle. It's just we only see that one hit at the very beginning of the game. So this is some context as to how this whole battle began. Preparations with a data log. That's a question for her.
Who's her?
Probably Halsey or Weapon or something.
Okay. Yeah, keep in mind, I've never seen these characters.
Yeah. You've got... Okay, wait, listen, Connor. How's your week look?
It's busy.
we got to get something.
Maybe
going
our
first.
evening plans should be playing Halo, just to get you through those.
You need to do like Halo 3, ODST, 4, 5, and Infinite.
The franchise.
You pretty much need to play everything again.
But you'll love it. I guarantee it. So, kicking off with Thomas Lasky. Just picture what his voice could be. I won't judge.
Can I get like a example of who to try and sound
he
like?
literally just sounds like a normal dude, unfortunately.
He sounds like
he doesn't have a deep voice.
he's kind of mid-range, but like he's also not very harsh on his words. He's a rather soft-spoken commander.
I need an ETA on the weapon. 37 minutes, 52 seconds, Captain Lasky. I suppose you could speed that up.
Well, he's not that soft.
I don't suppose you could speed that up.
He's not British.
He's still a captain, so he's still like, giving orders.
I imagine that's a question for her, sir. Fair enough. Is that the escort fleet in position? Aye, sir. We've got 6 most lane frigates in the advanced group ready to move. Acknowledged. Have them set a course at full speed. Hopefully, we won't be too far behind. I don't like this waiting. We're sitting ducks out here.
That's a funny one. Actually, someone in the chat just went, Connor, think Steve Rogers, but a little less grizzled.
I was going to say, he doesn't have like a rough voice or anything like that. He sounds like a normal dude.
All right, so this one is Captain's Report, briefed by my favorite part. Captain's Report, INF 101, mark timestamp. Encryption Lambda Chi Alpha, or Chi Alpha. I've spoken to Commander Palmer, who has assured me that our Spartan contingent is ready to go. Commander Sarpong offers similar sentiments regarding our infantry and ODST divisions. Spartan Lock is already well underway with the next stages of Breaker Trip. Breaker Trip. But each time I wonder if we've pressed our luck too far. And now, of course, comes my favorite part of the day. Debriefing with Dr. Halsey. The good doctor is unquestionably brilliant, but at an ever-increasing cost. And then we have duty clearance. Ooh, you get to be Halsey.
I'll try. I don't think my voice will crack. I don't think.
The story continues.
Unexpected availability. Are you sure about sending him alone, Dr. Halsey? If everyone does their job correctly, John will not be alone, Captain. That's the best you're gonna get. I'm just saying that's the best you're getting without my voice cracking, because my voice will crack.
We like to have fun here.
I just question the value of splitting him off from the rest of Blue Team. That wasn't the initial plan. Plans change. Besides, I have something else for Blue Team in mind. So do I, which is why we've taken advantage of their unexpected availability to assist elsewhere. I do not remember agreeing to the relocation of our best Spartans, my Spartans, for an operation I'm not even aware of. Plans change, Doctor.
And that's all we get as to why Blue Team's not there. What are they doing? Who knows? We still don't know.
I smell a spin-off game. No, it's
No,
not.
I
It's
smell
gonna be a
another
book.
book.
Oh,
Such
it's
a
gonna be a
good,
book.
it's going to be such a good
It's
book.
gonna be
Such a good book.
no such thing.
I hate your excitement for that.
I hate that that's gonna be in a book when I'd rather just play it. I really do.
What if it's Legends 2? Okay, starting off next with Arrival. Thomas Lasky kicks off. Chief, thanks for coming up. Walk with me. So, this is it. Halsey gives us the go, we head down to the ring surface, and you do what you do best. Always, sir. And you believe in Halsey's plan? Sir, we're detecting unusual readings around the... It's an attack.
Yeah, thanks, Chief. No way, man.
Multiple collisions. Guardians? I don't think so. Captain Lasky, we have hull breaches. These locations.
Oh, I know this one.
We've been boarded, sir. Reports of banished raiding parties, lots of them. Banished. What are they doing here? Making a mistake.
I remember that audio log.
And then he gets bodied.
That's cold.
he
Yeah, Chief saying that. Like, I remember hearing that and be like, that's a really good... He actually lost. Like, he lost immediately.
we skipped Connor again.
Did we?
It
Yeah,
happened.
because I went with Halsey and then you went.
Oh, yeah. I actually
So-
reversed it. Connor, you get 2 in a row.
Connor gets 0
I
hour.
don't want to
and-
do 2 in a row.
Okay, fine. Back to you then, and we'll just reverse it again. So, Connor, you're reading 0 hour.
Is the weapon ready? Your dialogue part.
Is the weapon ready?
The weapon ready.
Is the weapon ready?
I need a status report. We've got 3 heavy impacts near the... Make that 4. Impacts directly into the hull, sir. 3 starboard, 1 port. Main engines are offline. Status on the enemy ingress. Can't say for sure, sir. Well, let's assume they don't have much time. Is the weapon ready? Almost there. We're still at... There's all... Okay. Almost there. We're still at... There's no almost inside. We're already there. Initiate deployment now.
Are we blind? Deploy the gun.
Are we blind? All right. Next is ingress, Shane, if you would.
Oh, so I'm going now?
Yeah, I'm reversing the loop. Was
right.
going to say the same to you.
Captain Lasky, we need you to get to a dropship immediately. I was going to say the same to you. Sir, we've got banished forces inbound. Advanced group, but well armed. Chief, think we can make it out of here in one piece? We'll make it.
Haha, get it? He said that in a game.
We'll make it.
It is kind of hilarious how they finally gave in to what I was hoping they never would, and that's making like nostalgic references.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just doing one-liners from the past, and I'm like...
Dude, no, we need to fight. They had to keep that. They had to keep the we need to fight, and they replaced it with I need a weapon. It's like, come on.
They should have kept it. Yeah, I remember loading up the game, and I was like so ready for him to say that, and I dropped my control. I'm like, why the hell did they change that?
Oh yeah, he needs a weapon. I remember Halo 2. All right, next up is objectives. I've got you, 525. UNSC Mortal Reverie Commander begins. Captain Lasky, this is FFG 525. Do you read? I've got you, 525. Report. Sir, it was an ambush. The Banished swarmed us. Do you have any estimates on the size of their force? How many craft do we need to contend with? They're dropping occupation units by the hundreds. The Banished didn't just come for us. They came for everything. Wild. Losing ground. Connor, you begin. Did you lose it, Connor?
It went all the way to the top.
Okay.
Do you want me to go while he's looking?
Go for it.
Which one are we on?
Losing ground, are you there?
Losing ground, Infinity's approach. Go for it, Shane.
Where did I go? Yeah, take it, Shane.
Shouldn't be much farther, sir. Hangar Bay is ahead. Chief, we've got 2 featherheads at 10 o'clock. If you can cover me, I'll get a bead on them.
That's racist.
Gunfire, followed by groans. Oh! What? What? We need my what button on here. What? Nice shooting, soldier. Chief, we've got Spartans pinned down across the way. Let's get them some help. Acknowledged. There's too much enemy fire, Captain. On your feet, Marine. I've known the Chief to do a lot of things over the years. Failing isn't typically one of them.
Man, this would have been such a cool opening mission.
Yeah, why didn't they just... Yeah. Why didn't... Yeah, I don't... All right, did you find your spot?
We're under outpost intel, right?
We're on Infinity's approach, right below that.
Okay.
We're on Taurus.
We're on Taurus.
Okay.
So please read the star sign.
Star sign.
Taurus is a star sign.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not into all that astrology.
Read.
Okay.
That's Griffin.
John 117. Captain Lasky.
What?
No.
Wait. You said, oh, not Ingress? Oh, Taurus.
Yes, Taurus.
I fat fingered it. All right. Spartan Griffin.
Yes, Griffin indeed.
Chief, thanks for your help, Spartan Griffin. Fire Team Taurus. Glad to see you made it back off reach. All right. We've got to get the captain to the hangar bay. Can you help? Sure, but be warned. The hangars are crawling with Banished. Then we clear them out. You heard the Chief, Taurus. Hangar is up ahead. Eyes up. Let's move. Boom, 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 boom.
And then priorities is next. Starts off with the alarm blaring, a gunfire, and a Marine going, "Ah, I'm hit!" And Lasky is like, "Chief, the Banished are overrunning the hangar. We've got to get moving." And then there's an explosion. They go, and then Chief is all like, "Spartan Griffin, get the captain to the dropship now. And what about you? I'll hold them off. You always do. Give him hell, 117. Hell yeah.
Well, I don't want to read this. I want to play it.
Shut up,
cool.
Shane.
Boo.
I'm going home.
Does that button work still?
We don't know.
No, we wouldn't know. Chat, did that work? Yep, it did. The soundboard is back, baby. All right, so Shane, egress.
All right.
It's like an ingress, but like
You had Griffin as like a tougher voice, right?
Yeah, he has a pretty tough voice.
All right. Taurus, looks like we might have an available bird. 80 meters at 9 o'clock, Captain. Well,
Sorry, someone said stop crying, Shane.
I'm like, I thought whenever you guys laugh while I'm reading, I look back. I'm like, did I completely butcher a line?
No, it's just
80 meters at 9 o'clock, Captain. We'll have to make this quick. I appreciate the caution, Spartan, but this isn't my first rodeo. Understood, sir, but I did make the chief a promise. Fair enough. On your mark, Spartan Griffin.
Hell yeah. All right, and last up, abandoned ship. So, Connor, you may take it.
The Infinity has been compromised. All right. All right, sound alarm, gunfire, footsteps. Spartan Griffin. Almost there, Taurus. Another 40 meters. On your right. Griffin. Nice shooting, Captain. Lasky. I was well trained. All right, sir. This is your
You
bird.
sound like the PC elitist from Battlefield Friends.
Let's get you out of here. My bird. We've got room. You still need a ride. Still haven't finished business here, sir. We'll make it down to the ring, though promise. Lasky. So you keep it. See that you keep it, Spartan. Godspeed. And we've got thrusters activating. Alarm siren fading out. Lasky. This is Lasky to all hands. The Infinity has been compromised. All remaining crew should immediately evacuate and make for the surface. Rendezvous coordinates incoming. No matter what happens, we have to make sure we... And that's the end of the transmission.
Oh, man. And then
Connor has low-key read all the books already. Yeah, no.
The new controversy, the new
no.
conspiracy theory is that Connor's secretly the one that knows the most. He feeds me information before these episodes.
Nuh-uh.
Now we're on to the banished audio logs. So we have archaeological findings. This means we have to do a lot of alien voices for these. So we're all done with the UNSC ones. Those are all the UNSC soldiers and all of them. There's how many of these are there for the banished?
Way too many.
Oh, Spartan audio logs. Okay, I get it now. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. Neat. All right, banished audio logs. Ooh. Starting off with reintroduction. This is CR Yahum, so I'm guessing this is an elite speaking.
Doc Ra, I have discovered a latent data stream that bears the unmistakable mark of the Forerunners. I plan to make similar scans at other beacons. I would urge you to do the same. I will send word to the House of Reckoning. This installation appears ready to spill its secrets.
The Despondent Pyre, for some reason, is like, the flutter ended. The reintroduction phase has begun. Countless preserved species have been sent back to start lives anew. Halo was the Forerunner's terrible and ultimate solution to the parasite's relentless advance. Designed to destroy all sentient life, nothing was allowed to survive. And we were sure that nothing had. We were wrong.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Shane, assumptions, this person speaking Doc Ra, that's a jackal. Good luck.
Oh my god. I'm not. I can't.
You can.
Certain, yes.
Yes.
Beacon studied. Signals found. Incomplete but promising. We'll send knowledge to engage at once, yes?
You are actually really good at that. You actually nailed that. I'm not gonna lie.
Best I could do. I'm surprised my voice was gonna crack.
That was pretty good.
And this is like an AI, isn't it?
The Spawn Empire, yeah, she's the monitor
Okay.
of the ring.
Something has been found. Something that should not exist yet does. I believe that the flood represented our ultimate test, our greatest victory. Perhaps I was wrong in my assumptions. To my dismay, it seems we have a new problem. I must investigate more before I bring this to the attention of the council.
You should have brought it to the council like sooner. All right, Connor, Zalanin. This is the elite speaking again first. You want me to actually read it for you or no? Since it's the intro portion at the beginning.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Your findings were of immense help. I have visited another beacon and found more script hidden within the stream's transcend folds. I will continue to survey and report my findings appropriately to the team at Annex Ridge.
And then this is Despondent Pyre. Oh, female AI.
A female AI?
Yep, sorry.
Yep, sorry.
All right. How could this have happened? How could we have not known of this till now? Xalanin. A species previously uncatalogued. Xalanin. A problem that must be solved. Did my makers know of them? How could they have kept this from me? I have requested counsel. Soon, I will know how to proceed.
No, you won't.
Okay.
Then we're on to the final portion of this one, the archaeological findings. A curious directive. Another one from the elite.
Astounding. With the help of one of our skirmishers, these ancient conduits seem to have been given a voice. I am trying to make sense of our findings, but it is at the moment beyond me. I must seek further guidance if we are to understand its full value.
Despondent Pyre continues. There is to be a parley, a meeting. Highly unusual. I have moved Installation 07 into sufficient range of their homeworld. Delegates are en route from both sides. A necessary contingency considering these unique circumstances. The Council has also provided me with an additional and curious directive. We must understand the extent of what their kind can truly endure. There are facilities on this ring quite ideal for conducting such tests. It is time for the Silent Auditorium to serve purpose once more. Thank you. And then we get a really fun one.
It's Escharum.
Escherum's testimony. This is straight up just Escharum speaking from start to finish.
It's just literally after every line, you
Yeah.
just groan or struggle to breathe.
So just to remind what we've gotten so far, we have gotten a little bit of the context of what the UNSC operations on the ring have been so far, how the Infinity got here, some of the setup about how this ring got where it is and where the Xalanin were first discovered, and now we're here with Escherum's testimony. So Shane, you're kicking us off
Is it
first.
me?
Yep, you're starting off with loss.
All right. It is with a heavy heart that I must accept that Atriox, my greatest achievement, is lost to us.
Oh! How could he?
In his wake stands the greatest army ever assembled, a force fueled by fury. His spirit burns in the heart of the banished. It is years since he sought my counsel. When we planned the revolt against the Covenant, his words, even now, I feel them in my heart. We will never again kneel. We will stand, proud, together, banished brothers, side by side.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Escharum. I remember you in Halo Wars 2.
I don't dislike Escharum as a character.
I just wish that he was set up a little better. And also, like, I don't dislike him either, but it's not like I'm going to see him ever again. Dead in the first game. Oh, I forgot to... That's funny.
That's not a good noise to hear.
No.
Do you want me to keep reading?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. This next one is called Silix. Tremonius has found the objective even in my darkest moments. When I feel the most lost, Atriox's wisdom continues to impress me. I regret that I ever doubted him, his talk of forerunners, of their lies, of secrets hidden in this forsaken ring. Atriox, hear me. Your will is absolute, the banished. Your soul, eternal.
Doom? All right, next up. Connor, take Harbinger.
All right.
The next one is Demon. Wonder what that one's about.
We're going to find
All
out.
right. The Harbinger is free. I do not trust her, but I must believe in Atriox's plan. His sacrifice must not have been in vain. Especially now, his faith in what we have learned on the Ark is all I need. The Harbinger is but a first move to secure our position, our future. Did Cortana know about all this when she chose this ring? Did she expect it would be her tomb also? As I took upon this endless world, that question consumes me.
Yes. And then Demon. The Master Chief has returned. This should anger me, but strangely it does not. It invigorates me.
I knew he was going to say that.
Gives me new purpose.
Keith, the candle smells
What
good.
use a war chief with no war left to win? I could not have wished for a more worthy adversary. Atriox, I now understand why you did not kill him on the human craft. You wanted him to witness your victory. I will complete your work, your vision.
I'm pretty sure Atriox tried to kill him. Tossed him into space. He chucked him into space. Like, he clearly tried to kill him.
And Atriox did say, "My face will be the last one you ever see." That's a Halo Wars reference, but
yeah, he was definitely trying to kill him.
yes.
He wanted me to see me win. That's why he didn't kill you.
Is it my turn now, or is it Connor's?
It's yours.
All right. The Harbinger has summoned her spires, forerunner structures that she claims will rebuild the ring. For the banished, for the... he says it twice.
Yep.
For the banished. Why would she do this? She wants more. Something that I do not understand for now. What secrets lie deep within the ring? And how can I use them to ensure our survival?
I don't know. Hey, Escher, you want to continue? On home is the terminal is called.
Is it me now?
Yes.
Okay. Doisak was in my dreams again.
As usual, dude.
Is this a portent reminder or a reminder? I messed that up. Well,
It's fine. We all do.
it has been so long since I stood on my own home, on my world. Since I felt its heat underfoot, I could almost taste the sulfur as it mixed with the rains. A lone tree towered above everything else. As I looked up, the sky darkened, then the rain fell harder. Waters rose. The forest disappeared beneath the tides, swept away by its power. I had no choice but to climb. Many times I lost my way. One moment I was drowning, the next I was gasping for air. But I eventually reached the top. I roared at the gods, but they were silent. As I looked up at the sky, the stars went dark, one by one, until there was only darkness.
What a coward. I'm kidding. I love
just-
you, Ezra. And he continues with loyalties.
She swore that she could rebuild the ring. Allow us to go, if not home, then somewhere better than this. But no. The Spartan has ended that dream. I have little time left for half-truths and lies. She has one last chance. The silent auditorium. That is what she called it. She speaks in riddles, but it matters not. It will belong to the banished. Whatever secret it holds, and if she will not share it, we will crush her and take it for ourselves.
Heavy breathing intensifies.
Okay, Shane. Victory.
The Spartan is close.
Pause.
I feel like I'm back at my old job again.
Trading Dave says ready for Shane to kill this one. And then you said I just had to say something. I'm severely unlocked in now. Oh my gosh, out my contact.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh my god. Unlocked it, dude.
Chatternet streaming daily. I'm so sorry.
The Spartan.
Just skip that part. Just move on to the next sentence.
The end approaches. Good. These may be my last words. Fight, my banished brothers. Never surrender. Never fear. Whatever the outcome, we will prevail. Under his armor, he is just flesh, human, weak. If I fall, two must take my place. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We rise to face the challenge. Blood sacrificed for victory. For the banished.
Hell yeah. Hey, Connor, we have a request in chat for you to read this one like Macho Man Randy Savage. Could you read this last one like Macho Man Randy Savage?
That's kind of thinking about it how I read it. It's kind of close.
Are there any brothers in here? All right, no. All right. The human has such faith in his savior. He has hope where there should be none. I will take that from him. And if I am to die today, so it be, brother.
That's Hulk Hogan. That's not Randy Savage. That's Hulk Hogan.
I have had time to make peace with it. But in death, I will inspire generations. And that will be my legacy. I will have beaten him, if not today, then tomorrow.
That does sound like a pretty baller promo. And that's the end of Eshrum's logs. We're moving on to Outpost
I'm
Intel.
so excited for you to do this next one.
Yeah.
It's a grunt.
I was going to say, this one has a lot, and we've used a lot of time already, so I'm just going to burn through this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
then
go
move on
for
to the
it.
next
Yep,
one.
go for it.
See,
So, you looking forward to this one?
there's quite a few more of these to go.
That's
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm just skipping this massive one.
Okay.
That's why I'm just doing it. So,
Go for it.
this one is from High Sumpter Bingflip. He's in the Armory of Reckoning, and well,
I didn't even get a chance to see the name
That's
yet.
such a funny grunt name.
Don't know how you're doing, Bub Flim, but it's been rough on my end. We're running out of humans to skin rip, so the rank and file's getting a little bored. Brutes, though, they don't get bored. They get mad. Last night, a group of 6, maybe 20, I think 6 brutes actually, decided that they should be in charge of the camp. Maybe of the whole bandish. And then the chieftain smashed all their faces. No change in management. But hey, lots more meat on the menu, so that's nice. All this weapon carryings and battle dodgings got me a little messing home. When we all worried about the keeping good marks at the Nipple Academy, things was easier when we were all shooting humans.
So they eat more than just methane because there's more meat on the table.
you cannot eat methane.
They breathe it.
Okay, breathe it. Consume.
Consume is eat.
Ingest even.
Consume is still eat.
You can ingest.
Yes.
I'm not going to make my examples.
Next one is from I think. This is Eshram actually. Okay, great. Eshram has taken notice. This disgrace does not stand. This disgrace not stand. That's what it reads. Halopedia needs to edit that. It's not the word. The armory is the most critical substation beyond the House of Reckoning, and I refuse to see it slip through my grasp. The beginning of this day, and fighting and insubordination are to be punished by death. No exceptions, no excuses.
We banished have faced many challenges and overcome them all. The yoke of the Covenant, the resistance of humanity. Our warriors grow restless, and now I hear word that some amongst our ranks believe themselves more deserving of status, renown, and adulation. Remind your troops of their place. Tighten your grip. Control your forces, or I will find someone who can.
Boom, boom, boom.
So this is, about people starting to lose control out here. Another brute.
4 nights ago, one of our captains discovered a pair of quivering humans hidden in the cleft of a ravine. Swift interrogation revealed that they come from a nearby Forerunner tower. Though we found no humans there, our search bore even sweeter fruit. A Forerunner relevance.
Finally, relevance.
Forerunner resonance amplifier. With it, our outpost relays can project farther than we dreamed possible. We will find the humans still clinging to this ring, no matter how long it takes. Our grip upon this ring is tightening, and our work is nearly complete.
This voice is going to destroy me, so I'm going to read this normally if it's Eshram going forward.
It's Eshram.
On one hand, the big cheese didn't mention us grunts by name, but on the other, he didn't demote or execute us, so I guess we're doing something right. You hear that, gang? The horn's a totem of strength. Now be the best comms offers you can be, or else. That's a threat. Eshram, this outpost stands as a totem of the strength of the banished. We are many, forged into one, under the banner of mighty Atriox. The Spartans are dead. All that remains are mere children, and soon they too will be ground into the dust of this world. As our presence extends across the surface of this ring, the signal relays above this facility will unite our forces, and this place, our new home, will at last be secured. Did not Atriox promise us that Halo would be ours? Behold, his oath is fulfilled. Then this is, I'm assuming this is another brute, but communicating to some sort of captain of some kind. I do not understand the infatuation with these skittering thrust bugs, brother. Huh? of skimmers. The skimmers present more nuisance
Wait,
than
what did he call them?
skittering thrust bugs.
Ew.
I don't think I would call anybody that.
I'm gonna use that as an insult. I'm gonna call someone that on Xbox and get probably like combat or something.
The skimmers present more nuisance than aid to our efforts. I'm convinced they, much like their leader, have their own agenda. What's more, they look at me strangely, with their damnable, hollowed eyes, and the smell like a plague-ridden thorn beast. When our goals are achieved, I pray Esherim sees fit to discard this alliance. And then another message from another brute. Urgent. Ally in transit for personal inspection of Site Novum. Survey teams. Transmit echo data for on-site review. Engineering. Ready flame bore for live fire demonstration. Remaining forces report to Bassus for security detail. Esherim continues. Dracus, I found your report on the hollows beneath the candidate excavation site to be promising. Our ally agrees, but she is skeptical of our methods and wishes to inspect the site herself. See that she has little cause for concern. Succeed in unearthing this ring's secret and you will find glory. I need not remind you of the consequences of failure. Then moves on with that which remains, which starts with another chieftain. Our mighty war chief grows impatient. Calcuno. And grows impatient, Calcuno. He's addressing somebody. Too often I have seen you return from the field empty-handed, but full-bellied. You have but one more chance before I send you to the tower in the human stead. Esherim continues. The human scourge is all but extinguished from this ring, brothers. But those who remain are persistent. Redouble your efforts. Search every cave, every derelict ship, but do not kill them. They will tell us where the others are hiding before the end. Chaklock and his machines will see to it. Soon, not a whisper of humanity will remain on this ring. And then we get another message from an elite, a blade master even. Do not misunderstand my concern, Kaidon. None would question your vigilance in safeguarding the processing outpost. Nevertheless, it is insufficient. We must never forget what happened during the war. A single demon rose from the ashes of their worlds and brought the whole of the Covenant to its knees. We believed him to be dead before, but we're proven wrong to our utter shame. We cannot afford to make that mistake again. And then they did. He wiped out the entire banished force in one day. Ooh. Another elite communicating to another elite. Brother Ark, or Arak, or whatever. Our scouts have identified 2 key sites that seem quite promising for excavation. We will soon be ready to dig, but we must remain vigilant. Unnatural defenses lurk beneath the surfaces of these rings. Advise your troops to salvage any human machines laid low in battle. The material will be added for repairs in the difficult days to come. Good hunting, Brother Arak. When this is all over, I will tell you how I survived my days of the Great Foundry. Then another one from a decree this time. From a commander. Today is a day of celebration. By the might of our labor, Site Novum has been pierced, and our great war chief hails our victory. But Halo holds deeper secrets still. Now is not the time for rest. Esherim continues. Look around, brothers and sisters. The way our horizon curves up into the sky, binding us together. It was not the Covenant that delivered upon this promise. It was Atriox and his banished. He took those first defiant steps and tread a path that the prophets could not follow. The result is the dream of Atriox made manifest. This place, this ring, is now our home, our fortress, our sword. Then we have another message from another elite. The ring itself impedes our progress as it heals. The war chief and his ally must remain patient, otherwise we risk losing all that we found. These artifacts require an extraordinary amount of care and attention. They were not created to stand the passage of vast ages of time, but they were made for another purpose, which for now remains hidden. And without unraveling those mysteries, Zeridus, mark my words, we will never have control of this installation. And then we have another message from another commander. This is another brute. You appear to be blessed with some luck, Dovenir. Despite your staggering failure, the loss of the siege hauler and no less than 3 intact artifacts contained therein, the war chief appears to be unaware of the disruption in our delivery schedule. But make no mistake, his eyes are upon us. Esherim continues. The artifacts scattered across this ring are key to the destiny of the banished. They are a link to this world's past and a guide for its future. Our control of this ring is only as strong as our capacity to understand it and the mysteries that it contains. Discovery what lies beneath. No further delays, no insipid excuses. The only barrier between the banished and our future is your lack of resolve. And then another scoutmaster, a brute again, goes, This place continues to confound us, brothers. Scouts at the Great Spine have confirmed the ring's efforts to repair itself are well underway. One thing is certain, we need only slow the demon down long enough for this mighty ring to be whole once more, and ours to control. He must be the focus of our forces. When the Spartan is dead, and he will die, there will be nothing left to stand in our way. Communications continue with another inbound decree from another elite. The rumors are true. The last Spartan has returned to Zeta Halo. Let him march on Riven Gate. Let this great maw of the banished swallow him whole. Let us achieve glory undreamt by the Covenant. Eshram continues. Brothers, our people once lived in the shadow of throne-bound treachery, but today we are offered the chance to achieve what the prophets and the whole of the Covenant could not. Humanity's last champion has returned. As we speak, he marches against us. The demon hopes to deny us our destiny. See to it that his hope is extinguished. Show the galaxy that at the end of all things, only the banished remain. And then the last one, in your honor, comes from a character named Captain Arthok. Our great victory at the human stronghold is complete. Tremonius, you led our forces well. Atriox would be proud. To mark our triumph, local forces will begin at once to establish a new outpost, the first of many on the hallowed ground of our new home. We will build this fortress in the very shadow of their failure, a monument to the frailty and cowardice, where so many of their kind were cut down. Eshram has decreed it be named in your honor, Tremonius, so that it may inspire other leaders to do what you have done. All that remains of the humans are scattered remnants, and so the hunt carries on until the last human skull is crushed. Thanks to your efforts, that day is rapidly approaching. And that's the end of the outpost intel from the Banished. So essentially what we have in the differences between the humans and the Banished here, the humans are more trying to figure out how to survive. They're trying to scout things out. They're not really trying to directly attack. The Banished, however, on a very specific offensive approach and trying to wipe the humans off the face of the ring. But now Master Chief has shown up, so now he's a new priority target. Now we have the Spartan logs. The Spartan logs kick off. I'll let you kick us off. With Infinity down, after Captain Lasky has ordered all the hands aboard the UNSC Infinity to abandon ship.
All right, I'm just going to read these.
Go for it.
Captain Lasky's lifeboat is away, sir. Good. Now for the rest of us, rally up with your squad and get to the nearest pod marine. Move. Yes, sir. Fireteam Taurus, rendezvous with me at Bay 18. We're heading to the surface. Acknowledged. We're on the move. The rest of you Spartans, if you're not already off the Infinity, disengage and get to the lifeboats ASAP. Windfall 1, we've got a lot of personnel en route to Zeta Halo. What are you seeing out there? Banish hardware is everywhere, in the skies and on the ground. Be ready for a rough landing. You heard her. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the ground, Spartans. We're with you, Griffin. Let's get it done.
And then we have Home Defense.
All right.
This one starts on December 12th, so again, Infinity, or Infinite, as you should say. Spartan Theodore Sorrel leads Marines in defense of Infinity.
All right. This is Lasky. To all hands, the Infinity has been compromised. All remaining crew should immediately evacuate and make for the surface. Rendezvous coordinates incoming. Gunfire. What, already? Another breach. Port side. Banish are pouring in faster than we can keep up. What's the move, Spartan? You heard the captain. We're falling back to the hangar bay and getting off this ship. Heading for the ring surface with Banished all over us? Do you think you're safer here? Pick up the wounded. The Infinity's lost. We are not.
Hell yeah. Then we're on to Touchdown. Spartan, Hudson, Griffin, and Fireteam Taurus touch down on Zeta Halo and immediately set off to deal with the Banished artillery. There's sounds of artillery fire in the distance. Griffin begins. Thank you, Connor.
Taurus, we're on the ring. We made it. Barely. Those AA guns are tearing our birds apart. They're priority 1. If we don't take them offline, nothing from Infinity will make it to the surface. Dimka, Oshiro, cover flank. Vatel, keep an eye behind us. And I'm going to be up front. Okay, let's move. Boom! Do we have any idea on our losses so far? Not yet, but Infinity was getting hit pretty hard when we left. Take those guns down, Taurus, on me! And then we have Perfect Aim, which starts with Spartan Nina Coven making her descent towards the surface of Zeta Halo.
Spartan Coven, your drop pod's on a collision course with a deployment of Phantoms in the ring stratosphere. Impact probability is 93%. Adjust your course. Why would I do that? I'm aiming for them. Somehow I'm not surprised. Good luck, Spartan. Drop pod shaking. This is probably gonna hurt. Knock, knock. Gunfire. Sankhili groans.
And then we are back with Overwatch. Coven provides cover for Taurus against approaching Banished by providing Overwatch.
I don't like that game. Anyways,
I don't like that game.
Griffin, I've got movement down in that down Phantom. Banished survivors. Let's pick them off before we move to those AA guns. Vettel, you're on. Stand down. Fire Team Taurus. Friendly inside. Coven, what are you doing in there? The Phantom was in my way, so I went through it.
Sniper firing.
All right. I count 5 Banished patrols making their way to your position. If you're going to move on those AA guns, you should do it now. You heard her. Her? Taurus, let's move out. Thanks for the support, Coven. Niet. Problem.
Yeah, like Yet's problem. Which is
The
does that?
The parentheses were throwing me off.
Yeah. Next is buying time. Spartans Vidrana Makovic and Henry Malik engage the enemy swarming Infinity in a desperate attempt to buy time for the UNSC. Distant explosions.
Infinity, Windfall 1.
I know that they probably have accents. I'm just not trying them at the moment. You've got to make that 3 Phantoms on fast approach. What's your status? Infinity is launching lifeboats and drop pods on course to the surface of the Halo ring. What? That's suicide. The skies are still thick with Banished. Malik, you still with me? Windfall 4 on your 6, Spartan. Infinity's launching the evac. The UNSC is abandoning ship. We got to get those pods safely to the surface of... Boom! Damn it, I got it incoming. You got 5 Banshees on you, Mako.
Better on me than the life pods.
Cover us, Windfall 4. I'm getting them to the surface. And then lastly, we end off the evacuation portion of the story with Intrepid Descent, where the Spartans Thomas Horvath and Fireteam Intrepid launch to the surface of Zeta Halo.
Boom! Intrepid 1. My drop pod is 2 clicks up spin. On your tail in 10 seconds. There's a lot going on up here. Copy that. Infinity is getting torn up in orbit, but it's going to be way worse on the ring's surface. Touchdown in 10. Let's be ready to hit the ground running, Intrepid. Copy that. Let's show them what Spartans can do. Go, go, go. Weapons free, Intrepid. Let's take this sector back from the Banished.
Boom, boom, boom.
And with that, I'm actually, unfortunately, going to have to call that. We have a few more that we have to go through, but we'll have to probably make this into a part 2 at some point.
Yeah,
We could literally just pick
there's
off.
still a
lot.
good
We could-
amount left.
We could pick up like next week if we wanted
If we wanted to, yeah, because there's a lot of logs
Yeah,
still.
I was seeing like when we got. I'm like, oh, we're about halfway through. Or no.
Like towards the beginning, I'm like, we're going through all of this.
But we still have quite a few that we have to take care of. So we'll probably come back to this at some point in the future. But otherwise, in order to make sure we have time for our Patreon segment, it's going to start shortly here in a moment. We're going to be
I
skipping
can't
over
wait.
to that. You love that stuff.
No, I was told that they've got some stuff for us.
Oh, did they?
Last night they were talking about it, and they seemed pretty excited.
That's a good time. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this, then cool. It's a fun time getting to do some voices and have a good time reading terminals and such and audio logs.
That jackal voice, I'm not gonna lie, my throat hurts from
You
that.
nailed it, though.
I had to like strain my throat so much for that. And my throat doesn't feel good.
But, it was still a fun time. And, listen to the rest of the audio logs for yourself if you really need it right now. But it does add some extra context. That's the whole point that we're trying to get at with these audio logs is if you want to enjoy Halo Infinite's story a little bit more, you should probably go out of your way and try to find those terminals and audio logs as much as you possibly can. Because, first of all, it encourages a little bit of exploration, but also it adds a little bit extra context as to what's going on so you're not just completely lost while you're running around on the ring. So that's what we got for you. So if you're interested in sticking around for the Patreon segment in the Q&A, then just stick around. Otherwise, we will see you next week with maybe the part 2 on this, but maybe another topic as well. We might even have a guest. Who knows? So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you then. Patreon.
I'm ready, Rogue.
What?
He says you better be ready for the Patreon.
Oh, well, I guess we are. Are you ready for the Patreon?
I'm always ready.
What are we? Sure.
I don't know.
What are we waiting for?
We're starting
Say, what's gonna happen? What are we waiting for?
Now, as usual, thank you guys so much for your support so far. The Patreon members have been utterly essential, and it has made a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing this year very, very possible. Your support means a massive amount to us, so thank you so much for that. Patreon is linked at our website, JumperScape.com, if you want to go and find it. Otherwise, you can just go straight to patreon.com/JumperScape. Now, we're going to kick off with the $150 tier Chroniclers. Buck, Scion Esports, it's default 456, Dark Salad 42. Help, I found out my Tinder date has nuts.
Oh no.
Oh man, Hounds of Meath. What?
Off to a great start.
Yeah, off to a great start. Hounds of Meath, Master Chief, Albus, Dumbledore, Sierra 117, Master Chief, and the Forerunner Stone. Noah will let the one, the only, Dick Hammerbush.
Yeah!
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool Blaze, H Ghost, Drone with the Chair, Spartan, Nabucco, 2156, Stable and Stable, Austin's first ongoing Nipple Academy student. Connor Clark, Dapper Dame, Dylan, James's disappointed Sing Healy father-in-law, John Dowsett, Lactating Gator, Lactating Milk MT, The Lactation of Mercy, Thomas Lane, 800 milligrams of caffeine daily is normal.
Only if you spread out throughout the day, not all at once.
Sky Cairo.
Even if you spread it out through the day, it's not.
Even
not-
then, do something with that energy.
He's not going to listen to us.
Say that throughout the day, that is not. That is not. It's not.
Well, if you start at like 6 o'clock in the morning,
it's still not.
It's
still not.
I need you to cite at least one credible source on how
can't.
that is a actual
can't.
benefit.
That's not true.
Sky Cairo, Durandal, Eva, Flyboy, Pfeiffer. Here, Connor. My mother is worried for you. I'll put it that way.
was that a name or?
No, my mom is genuinely worried for you.
Oh.
She's a nutritionist.
Oh,
I told
okay.
her about your caffeine. She's like, huh?
I love people are bringing up their bad habits, I guess, of drinking caffeine. We've got 3 BFC cans in a day, which they need to bring the BFC cans back.
I used to be, it's not caffeine, but I used to be absolutely addicted to Arizona tea. I used to drink like 5 cans in one day.
1,000.
I was gaining so much weight from it. Eva, Fireboy, Pfeiffer, Jackson Malley, Lone Blaziken, my name is Austin, Puppy Monkey Baby Hive Mind, Random Sweet Shade Communications, I lost the page. The baby will return in the next game night. What? The baby probably, the one that I said. Someone kill that baby.
If for anyone in the chat, the most I've had in a single day period was probably 1,000 to maybe 1,300 milligrams, or 1.2 to 1.3 grams of caffeine.
The Big Moose, Zelda Lactation, Ticafatamide, Osteo-DSD. Austin's not the same without the boys. I know. Brain Rot, Damian Groth, Ethan, Gingerboy Head as I'm huffing the ongoing methane tanks. John Potter, otherwise known as Mr. Halo Potter. Capical Lactation of Truth. It's coming back. You better not. Laughing Sam, Meme Lord, Pity 104, Sing Healy, Worcestershire Sauce. Sorry, Austin. I have no clever name this week. I'm on vacation. Oh, it's okay, buddy. The Chaplain, the original lactation sensation, UNSC Pharaoh Raccoon, Vermin, Burns, Apple I don't want to allow for Christmas, Apple Juice, Boomerang, Bro Tartarus did not appreciate my JBL speaker, I have to come back to that one. Clots Rock 5970, Coyote, dang old muskrat just ate a flood infection spore, Drunk Silvari, Fish Dough, Harry Potter and the Sacred Icon, Harry Potter and the Halo Defiance book tour.
God.
High Sumpter, Bing Flips, Rheumatoid Arthritis. Did you just switch that name on the fly during the episode? Bing Flip was earlier, just in the terminal. Iskari Kiri, Kawahuli, Matt Jeremy, Mike. My name is Aboard and I'm asking for permission. Nara Nomad, Papa Emeritus the Fifth, Pasta Rocket Mechanic, PFC Dustin Echoes, Ryan Hansen, Sergeant Johnson Stick in the Communal Rock, Spartan Alex 30, UNSC Sensation Lactation, Wilma, Prophet of Lactation, Sanghealy Sideboob, Spartan Dave, and lastly, but never least, Captain Warm Apple Swaps.
Last but never least.
Yeah, every time. Shane, say a number. Any number you can think of.
6.
That's all you got.
D9.
Do we even have that many?
Actually, yeah,
Oh, wow. We got a long way to go.
we do. We're answering questions that were asked in April.
Okay.
First question comes from the Fat Batman asking, since Austin indirectly caused me to have an emotional breakdown over Ben Solo today, who is everyone's favorite Star Wars character? What did I do? I'm sorry.
Favorite Star Wars.
Oh, is it because I sent that video about The Last Skywalker or something? It's a really good, like, 25-minute long edit about all of the things that connect him to the original and prequel trilogies, because it's a really good video. Favorite Star Wars character, though?
Oh, it's such a
I have to go by trilogies. I
It's
can't
such a
just
hard
pick one.
pick.
Favorite from the prequels? Qui-Gon Jinn. I love him.
Underrated pick. I have to pick Anakin.
Fair enough.
I think that's everyone's favorite.
What's your favorite then, huh? In prequels. See, it's not Anakin. That's what I'm saying.
You're built like you like.
Give me
Darth
Mace
Vader.
Windu.
Fair enough. Original trilogy, Han Solo. Easy. Not even a challenge.
Luke is too whiny in A New Hope for me to say him.
But he becomes such a man. He kicks ass
I
near the
just didn't
end.
like the way you said that. He becomes.
I'm giving
such
a brother
man.
some. I'm giving a brother some appreciation.
I'm gonna say Darth Vader in the original trilogy.
That's
picked
still
Anakin and then picked Anakin again.
I didn't pick Anakin. I picked Darth Vader
Fun fact: in the original
or
Lego,
Ben.
I was gonna say Ben Kenobi.
I'll say
as well.
Ben Kenobi. Just to change it up.
I was gonna say Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi,
Yeah.
Of course, I know him. It's me.
and then the sequel trilogy, Kylo. Actually, no, Poe Dameron. I take it back, Poe Dameron.
I was gonna say Kylo Ren or Finn.
Finn. They did Finn so wrong.
How can he be your favorite character if he was completely misused the entire time and has no
That's
character?
why I like him, because he had so much after the Force Awakens. He had so much potential. And
I agree. I just don't know if that's justification for favorite character.
I'll say Kylo Ren then.
Fair.
Kylo Ren is
He's great.
Kylo
He's
Ren
the
is a
only.
good
he's
character.
a baby.
Kylo Ren is a good character.
And I'm saying that in a nice way right now. He is a baby.
Yeah, it's kind of
Baby
like the
back.
whole thing. Did you even watch like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker?
I got up to Last Jedi, and I've never wanted to watch the
He
third
didn't
one.
act like a baby in the entirety of Last
He's
Jedi.
like compared to any villain in any Star Wars show, he is a little complaining baby back baby. I hate him. I hate Kylo.
What's funny is
Kylo
you're
Ren
describing
is
the
such
exact reason that he behaves like that.
You're also
And that's why I hate him.
you're also describing Anakin in Attack of the Clones.
Oh,
too.
dude.
So I mean,
Gosh.
Attack of the Clones is
Well, Anakin, I hate them. No, Anakin's justified because he did all the stuff through the Clone Wars, and then they're like, "You're not a master."
well,
That's
that's
episode 3.
Revenge of
That's
the Sith.
justified.
No, it's not. You're completely taking that out of context. That's
all he does. Everything through the Clone Wars.
I'm talking Attack of the Clones. That's not through. That's
okay,
before.
okay.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Anakin is way worse. Is much more of a crybaby than Kylo Ren ever was. He was insufferable in Attack of the Clones. I cannot stand that movie.
I need to watch that one again. But
It's not
It's
great.
boring.
I came across a clip of Dooku and Obi-Wan, like while Obi-Wan was like all hung up in the prison thing, whatever.
No.
Dooku straight up told him what was happening. He's like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't believe you.
Yep, Obi-Wan could have saved everybody. That's the one. There's many times actually I think it's just dumb, but that's one of them.
Could you? I wonder how Obi-Wan felt when Dooku.
Oh no.
Oh, he was right.
Oh, that's on me.
I should have joined Count Dooku.
Next question is from Turbo Furby asking a scenario. You are a delegate to create an alliance between humanity and the Ungoi. I don't know how you would manage to get there. Maybe the actual guy had some killer Taco Bell the day of. But what matters most is that if you mess this up, it's all-out war. The grunt delegate approaches you. He's a deacon and surprisingly fluent in English. He offers you a slightly suckled Ungoi food nipple. There's still some slobber on it. Do you taste it in kind and refuse and risk it being a deal breaker? I'm gonna let you guys answer that one first.
Okay, are they even edible for human? Can humans even consume
basically, it is a tube. You put your mouth on it, and it's basically you're drinking food. It doesn't taste very good,
I don't want to do that.
so you're gonna risk all out war.
I mean, they're grunts.
They can kick ass.
I mean, they do have a lot.
Grunts aren't short either.
The grunt-
if you compare a Marine in Halo to a grunt, grunts are probably bigger.
Grunts are about as tall as Cheyenne.
Okay, but they're still grunts.
Yes, the grunts almost single-handedly crippled High Charity.
That's because they're all right there.
Yeah, that there's trillions of them.
Yeah.
They can literally spawn from nothing. They just.
I don't know. I'll probably do it. I don't want to war with the grunts.
I'm always down to try something.
I don't want.
You know, I'll give it a shot.
I don't want the smoke with the grunts.
Do it. Drink it. Suck it.
In the chat right there.
Yeah.
Harley.
Drink it. Suck it.
Harley asks a very nice, relaxing question after that one.
Oh, thank God.
Whiskey, bourbon, or scotch? Whiskey.
Oh, I don't.
Actually, no, bourbon.
My burb.
All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. You know what I'm saying?
Preferably beer, but
This guy.
whiskey.
No class.
No, I had a situation where I'm like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me.
You just want a straight, just nice, good old, you can down a bunch of them beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't down a bunch of liquors.
I should introduce you to one of my veteran friends.
You can.
Who
It's
does
just
not
not
know
a-
about water anymore.
Well, it just depends who I'm around.
That's fair. Another question. I can't see the username because we're currently on stream. Actually, I can turn off the streamer mode since we don't have to worry about that. Scruffy the Sasquatch asks, favorite video game shotgun?
What was the question again? I was reading the chat.
Favorite video game shotgun? Any of them?
Super Shotgun Doom.
I was going to say, I figured you were going to mention that one.
I've been playing Eternal recently. Mm-hmm. Just the way you latch on to people, hit them, bunch of armor comes off, throw a grenade at them, gone. And then if you can combo it up with the railgun thing, mean. If you play Doom on PC, the button combos, if you can get them down, it's so insane. You can do so much damage.
I bet. Honestly, in terms of feeling, I think I might end up being into... I don't know. It's really hard to...
Then someone mentioned the Gnasher from Gears of War.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great one. The sawed-off from Gears of War 2 when you're at point blank is great, but anything more than point blank is, why does this exist?
The feeling of taking out someone with any of the shotguns in Battlefield 4 is stuck in my head.
I was going to say the Spaz 12 in Battlefield 4, very underrated shotgun.
No. The 870.
I was a Spaz 12 guy.
The 870 is
I
wild.
really like
The
Spaz 12.
870 was my shotgun.
I also have a soft spot for the Halo 4 shotgun.
And I have an 870 in real life.
It just sounds nice.
Yeah, I like the Halo 4 shotgun a lot.
Next question comes from Silver Nightwolf. Favorite moments in Halo games? Books? No books.
No books.
Favorite moment? Let's just pick one moment. It doesn't even have to necessarily be your favorite. Just a moment that you really like. Connor, you can go first.
I'm giving back their bomb.
Fair.
Yeah, that you can't beat that.
Oh, when Chief and Arbiter are back to back.
We trade one villain for another.
Indeed. We were supposed to take care of each other,
Stop it.
and we did.
Stop.
That moment.
Had 12-year-old me in my feels.
As soon as I heard him go, we were supposed to take care of you, and I was supposed to take care of you. It's like, oh, you didn't know her that long. Brother was just attached. Last question comes from Slapnuts asking, which Halo weapon would you most want to put in the Pack-a-Punch machine from COD Zombies, and what special effect would you think that weapon would get?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Either the Spartan laser or the assault rifle.
That's a very, very wide difference.
Yeah, because I mean the assault rifle, I was like, oh, that's boring, but imagine what it could do. Like it's our Halo Infinite assault rifle to be in particular.
Okay.
It has a little bit of range on it. Has some good ammo capacity. Put a drum mag on the back of it. Gets a drum mag.
What would the effect be?
I mean, obviously high dismemberment. Dismemberment.
What you got, Connor? I'm expecting something.
Why is the gravity hammer?
Yeah. What would happen? What effect would a Pack-a-Punch have?
That's where I was thinking. Like, what would it do?
Like, would it?
I mean, it's like a thunder gun and a sword put together.
Jeez. So you just swing.
Already, maybe just a bigger radius or have an effect. Maybe.
So maybe something like Tartarus's gavel from Halo 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would probably go with the Needler, because if you papped it, it would come out and it would automatically dual wield, and it would be still firing lasers, but these lasers still super combine, so it moves faster and tracks faster, so it would be wild. Also, very, very high capacity mags. Yes, please. Yes, please. Anyway, that's it for all of our questions. We're going to have to wrap it up there for our show today, so thank you so much for listening today, my friends. Tune in next week for our next conversation, whatever it's going to be. We're almost about halfway through. I think we're actually about halfway through this season, so stay tuned for when we get on to the next one. The next one should be a pretty entertaining one. And, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.